Hello, Gemini. My voice just cracked. This is your January 1st to January 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot. Still haven't found the box. And for the supporting cards, I'm using the Magical Spell Cards. Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. As normal, I have already shuffled the cards. There's one kind of like stuck to the... Okay. Okay. I can already tell we're going to have an interesting read here. Because some cards have come face down, which happens once in a while, but it's always interesting because there's usually an air of mystery there, which makes me wonder how that's coming in, but we're going to have to go through the beginning here, and then you got your face down cards are in the end of the reading here, and there's one down here in your environment that's not really showing itself, which makes me wonder. The overall read here is very... I feel like this judgment is very nurturing. I feel like you're taking care of others. I feel like you're showering your affection, or you're giving support to others you feel have earned it. So I kind of feel like you're judging who needs support, and you're supporting them. Okay, that's where we're starting with this, which is interesting. I always go by what I'm getting off the card. I don't get too... There's a lot of communication too. I feel like there's a lot of diplomatic feel to it. Like you're definitely embracing other people. I feel like you're embracing others. There's someone, like you're taking care of somebody. I really feel like the judgment is like you're judging who you should actually take care of and who deserves your time. And I feel like you're taking care of somebody. I kind of feel that. And I think I have the Justice card. Yeah, I do. I have the Justice card going into this time. And I really feel like you're feeling like this is what's fair. You're going forward based on what you believe is fair. Interesting. I'm getting like the first thing I see, the Wisdom card is coming up as an additional clarifier. Usually, like their advice cards. Typically, they'd be to use your wisdom. I'm feeling like this is about putting it in writing, or there's something like writing down a plan. Writing things down to make sure you're both, or everybody's on the same page, like clarifying what you want to happen. This is great for you. It's good for them so they understand where you are and where you're going, but I feel like it's also helping you define where you want to go and helping you stick to it. You may have a need or a tendency to kind of veer in a couple different directions as needed, but this, writing it down and explaining it to someone else and keeping that, like maybe like taking a picture of it and keeping it on your phone, something like that, or just keeping it where you can see it will help you get the desired outcome that you're looking for. This is to empower you. Okay. Okay. We got a lot of like justice and balance. You've got, going into this time frame, you have the Justice card and you have the Two of Pentacles, which is dipping down halfway into the environment but staying halfway into your court. Which I feel like you're being diplomatic again. I do feel like you're trying to work with others. Again, I feel like writing it down will help you not only stay with it, but go the direction you want to go, and it'll get you support. It'll help you get that outcome you're truly looking for. There's an outcome you want, and this will help you get it. By writing it down, you're kind of getting yourself to stick to the same plan, and you're showing others where things are going. And it gets you the desired outcome. Like, this is important when you decide what you want, like this judgment type justice feel here, the balancing. This, writing it down, will get that outcome. Like, there's a specific outcome you want. Okay. Okay. We're going to leave that there. Now, this is the last upright card before I get into these other shadowed cards. This is the Four of Cups. And interestingly enough, like I always say, I read the card based on what I'm getting off of it. I do believe this cup is what you want, which is not typical for this card. Typically that's not what it means, but that's not important. I do feel like this is what you want, but the way I'm feeling about this side is like you're kind of keeping it to the shadows about how much you actually want this outcome, but it is what you want. But you're kind of like holding back, and you're kind of keeping it kind of to yourself, kind of keeping it a little mystical, mystery type feel to it. Like people don't realize, or whoever you're working with doesn't realize you do want this outcome. I feel like it's more guarded or covert. Typically this is an outcome it's not really what you want, but in this case I really do believe it's what you want. I just feel like you're just being careful who knows it. I kind of feel like if you let people know, you kind of feel like it's in danger of not happening, so you're just trying to, you want it to happen, you're not convinced it will happen. Whatever this outcome is that you're writing down that you're going for, you're not convinced it's actually going to happen, but you do want it. And I do feel like you're going towards it. Now, this is when we get into the mystery, because on the other side of this cup is where I'm getting all these face-down cards, which typically means it's something you're not aware of, or maybe happening behind the scenes, but it's right in your direct line. So I'm thinking when it does happen, it's going to be a surprise to you. Wow. We got all sorts of love cards over here. All sorts of love cards. So that's interesting. This is basically what I got going on here. I have the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the New Beginnings. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's like, I'm honestly, my first thought with this is like a pregnancy. Other people, engagement, a new venture, something new. Something comes that I feel like you want it, you're not convinced it's going to happen, but it happens. Like, I feel like we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting like this is a relationship thing. I don't really see this. I really feel like this is like a mostly romantic. There may be, I mean, it's general read, granted, and there may be a few that aren't, but I feel like the majority, it's a romantic thing. And it's going like three different ways. I'm feeling three different ways. You're single, somebody shows you affection, you kind of have your eye on someone, you don't think it's really going to happen that way, but you kind of get plans together and you hang out with them, not thinking things are going to go is the way you really want them to go, but you're just going to hang out, and then they divulge that they'd like to be with you and they'd like to start a relationship. That's one. Another one, I'm feeling like this is like an engagement, like someone proposing. That's what we're hitting here. And then there's another one where if you're already in an established relationship, they're surprising you with a vacation or a house or a car or something is being surprised. There's a surprise. There's definitely an element of surprise with this. Okay. I got one card left I'm curious about. Okay, that's basically what, I mean, that's what it is. Some of you, it's like there's a pregnancy, which is interesting. I feel like the pregnancy comes in a very interesting way, like almost like an adoption going through, or like you were trying for like an adoption or something and thought it was going to fall through, or got the message that it fell through, and then it comes through. Like something comes through that you're not expecting. And I'm kind of hesitating to say not expecting. Something comes through that you thought fell through, or you thought was falling through, and at the last minute it goes your way. Okay. Now we got one last card, which is below you when this starts out. Now this is below the Justice, and this is face down, which means you're not seeing this happen. So somebody's changing direction, and you're not aware of it. getting more of that, like, that ring feeling, though. Okay. This being face down, things are happening, things are changing around you that you're not aware. And I almost think like some of you aren't expecting things to go your way because you feel like there's someone else, there's a third party that's causing the situation to not be able to come your direction, or something's different. There's a third party that you're thinking is affecting the situation. And the person that you're involved with is walking away from that third party, but you are not aware of it. It's very interesting because there's something like they're going towards what they want, and you're not seeing it. Something went wrong on this side, but they're walking away from whatever went wrong. I feel like it's a change of heart, change of attitude. This is something you're not seeing though in the beginning, and that's why it's face down, because you're not aware of it. But it affects your outcome, and it puts the outcome in your court. But I feel like this card is the reason you're feeling, I'd really want this, but I'm not expecting it to happen, because you're not seeing what's changing behind the scenes. And there's a change, like whatever wasn't working out, there's moving away from that, and it's going towards you. Like typically when it's face up and it's right side up, it's somebody walking away from something, somebody going in a new direction, heading out. But when it's face down, it just feels like something's coming your way, coming towards you that you're not seeing. And I feel like you feel like it's going away. That's not really what's happening. There's like a very quietness to it, a very, I almost feel like an insecurity in a sense. I don't know how I want to put this. It's not being communicated, that's for sure. Things are going on behind the scenes, though, and I'm not getting like the details. I feel like something wasn't good on this side, and it's being walked away from, but it's outside of you. It's the other person or situation, and I feel like more than not, it's the situation. Something wasn't working out right, and it's being changed. But it's going in your favor in the long run. You're just not seeing it until it actually is in your court, I should say. And it's funny because everything seems to change based on this card. When the other person or the situation changes, that's when things start going your way. And you do know that you want what you want. You're just thinking it's not possible, not aware of what's going on here. Okay. Okay, I think we're good with that. It's very interesting. Is there anything else here I missed? That wisdom and contract. I really feel like you're trying to be diplomatic when this situation seems to you like it's going to fall through. And almost the diplomatic feel is like that writing it down. I'm coming back to that. Like you still need to write down where you want things to go. And I feel like it's more for you. And keep heading in that direction, what you actually want. And it works out in your favor. You're balancing things out. You're working with the other side, but you're thinking... I feel like it's kind of like you're feeling like it's not going to work, but you're still trying. And you want something that you're not really like getting right out there and saying you want it because you feel like you really can't have it, but you do want it. And it does come your way. It's kind of a shock to you. Like it's not like out of the realm of possibility, but you're like, very slim chance I'm going to get that. But you get it. Okay. I think we're good with that. I'm going to let this go because it's kind of just, I feel like we're going in circles now. It's just reiterating what I've already said. So we're going to leave that there. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Of course, if you want a personal read from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.